The Lord provides lambs. What I love about being a follower of God is that in the midst of something that might seem hard, God will provide for you. One of the cool things about my life is that my grandmother is actually a pastor, I live with her, so I've learned a lot about the Bible from her. And one of the things that she always tells me when I feel nervous about doing something like, preaching a sermon for the first time before I go to college, is that God will never call you for something that he hasn't already equipped you to do. If God calls you to do something, it's because he knows you can do it. It's because he knows who he made you to be. He knows what you're capable of. If God calls you into ministry and says, you know what, if I want you to be a pastor, it's probably because he knows you can do it, and he will be with you through your ministry. But not just your ministry, but through everything that you do if you abide in the Lord. John 15:7-9. It talks about, the vines and abiding in the Lord. And one of the verses I think that really gets taken out of context is that if we abide in the Lord, then he will give us our desires. And I think the reason that gets taken out of context is because we assume that makes the Lord a genie in the bottle, but that's not the case at all. What that means is that when we abide in the Lord, then our desires will become his desires and his will for our life. And through those desires, God will provide for you if you abide in him. The Lord provided a lamb for Abraham at the last second because Abraham knew that God had all the power. God had all the power to save his son. If we go back to verse 5, stay here with the donkey, Abraham told the servants. The boy and I will travel a little farther, and we will worship there, and we will come right back. We will come right back. As in plural, as in my son and I will both come back. So we can assume that maybe Abraham was like, maybe I shouldn't be afraid to do something that God's telling me to do, because maybe God, since he promised me this son, why would God fall short on his promises? Oh, wait, he doesn't do that because he loves us so much. God does not fall short on his promises. He provides lambs, and he calls us for what he knows what we can do. Amen, church? Man, he loves us so much.